All right. Thanks for joining us, you guys. It is Monday, April 2nd. We are in the last day of the business month, so that's very exciting. Last day of the business month leading into convention is always a really big month. So, and I know we had some people in our team have really awesome months, and at least two of them are on this call, Amanda and Mo. So super excited about that. And I know, Amanda, you're going to share next week, but I just want to give you a special shout out because Amanda did her HLP, yay! And she's over halfway to her 2,000 plus. And she booked her ticket and she's coming to Phoenix. So that's pretty amazing. And she's super excited. And we're all really, really excited about that.
I am.
Yeah. So
thank you so much.
You are welcome, and awesome job. I can't wait for you to share next week on the call, because one thing I love about Amanda is just how much fun she has with what she's doing and just how she lets that show through, and that just really attracts people to her. And it is, when people see you having fun, see you enjoying yourself, and see you excited and enthusiastic about something, guess what they're going to want to do? They're going to want to come on right along with you. So awesome. Okay, so do we have any other? I don't think we have any other promotions or anything to announce for the folks that are on. We have other promotions, but I wanted to just put a little shout out to Tristan Rowe, who is not on the call right now, but she did a phenomenal job, you guys, with that Facebook party. I don't know if you noticed, but it went viral. There's over 1,500 people going to the event. I mean, I don't even know. I completely have lost count of how many people were invited. And she put that together, and she really put so much thought into it, so much energy into it, and just really had a vision of what she wanted it to be. And it turns out that everybody was so hungry for this information. And kudos to you, Mo, for getting in there and sharing your story even after you fell off the horse and had to get a CT scan or an MRI, whatever it was, at the hospital. You came in story, and I mean, it is an incredible event. So if you have not yet gone in there and watched those videos and really looked at that event, you want to take time to do that, because it is a powerful tool. And it's open. It says it's open right now through April 6th, I think, but I think we can probably extend that a little bit further. So just wanted to put a little plug in there for that, because it's awesome. Then I wanted to just remind you guys that we have our Monday event. So tonight is the Campbell team call. So that'll be happening right at 8:30, and that is a phone call. So if you guys don't know where that information is, it went out over Voxer, but just in case you didn't see it over Voxer, it's in the pinned post on our Team Win Facebook page. That information is there, so you can check it out there and get the phone number. And what I do, you guys, if you haven't done this yet, is I have that number, the Campbell team call, programmed in as a contact in my phone, so I don't have to look it up. I just, when I'm ready to call in, I can just look up Campbell team call, and it's in there, and it's always available. And I actually have the live call, and then I have the playback also programmed in there. So if I don't get to listen live, I can always listen to the playback, and it's easy for me to find that number. And then if you invite people to that call, you can share the contact. If you have an iPhone, if you're an Android user, I don't know if you can do that or not, but if you have an iPhone, you can absolutely just send that contact to them, and it's super easy. Okay. Now I would love, Mo, for you to share. I'm so excited. I just want to give some serious props to this lady. So she's going to share her Teamzy experience, because, and she'll share how she felt going into Teamzy and what her results have been. But you guys, she has rocked this business month, and it's because of the DMO that's reinforced through that Teamzy tool, and it has just been incredible. So I won't say any more. You go ahead and share, Mo. I'm so excited for everybody to hear what you've been able to do.
Hi, everybody. Okay, first of all, oops, am I on? Yeah, you can hear me. Okay. I turned my audio off and I didn't know if I turned it back on. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for your prayers for falling off the horse. I have a slight concussion and I'm doing fine. We're driving all over the state of Florida anyway. When I got started with Juice Plus, DMO was always the hardest thing for me because I get disorganized very easily. I have papers of names all over the place and stuff that I've invited people to all over the place. And I tried the Google Excel sheets, the spreadsheets to try to keep track of people and just could never find the method. Like I've tried calendar book, I've tried everything. And when we found out about Teamzy at the Cherry Bomb retreat, I thought, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. So I decided right then and there that I was going to join up. And on the way home, I said to everybody, are you joining? Are you joining? Are you joining? Oh my God, yeah, I'm joining. Are you kidding me? As soon as we get back, I'm going to get on. And I didn't. I didn't because I got super intimidated by it. And I got intimidated by the process of setting it up and then by how much work it was going to have me doing. And when I got started setting it up, the setting up process, I ran into a glitch, but getting it completely set up, getting my Facebook contacts moved over really was not as horrible an experience as I thought it was going to be. I had it built up so terribly in my mind of what it was going to be. And it was really nothing. It was absolutely nothing. And then I set myself up for doing 10 contacts a day because you set it up. How many people are you going to contact? And a contact is just reaching out and starting a relationship. Hi, I haven't talked to you. And they've got all kinds of verbiage that you can use in there if you're doing a Facebook contact or an Instagram contact or an email contact or even a snail mail contact. It even gives you the verbiage that you can use. So it's a no-brainer. And I went in there and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do 10 contacts a day. I'm going to do customer care every day. I'll do 2 customers, and I don't have a distributor team yet, so I don't have that set up. But just in reaching out to 10 people a day, now I was a lot more consistent with it in the beginning. Being on vacation, I'm finding it's hard to do. But I just doing that. How many customers did I get this month, Carmen? I don't even, is it 9 or 10?
Last I checked, it was 9.
Okay, and I'm trying to get 2 more because that'll throw me over my 1,000 and qualify me for this month. And guys, when I tell you I was at like 200 PVC every month before this, I've gone from 200 PVC to almost 1,000 PVC this month. And it's all Teamzy. It's all Teamzy. I have found the process and I am so happy that I found it. And the first month is free. And I will tell you, I will be paying for this every month. I will put the money there because the return that I'm getting is tenfold, and it is a no-brainer to me that it is going to help me build my business bigger and bigger and bigger. And I've got people reaching out to me from the event that we did on Friday with Tristan, that Tristan set up. I've got people reaching out to me from that. I invited, just reaching out with Teamzy, I invited over 30 people to that. So I've got to follow up with all of those people. So it's just really helped me stay in touch. And then you can mark on there when you've done a reach out, when you've done a contact, you can mark on there when you want to follow up. So if you want to follow up sooner, you can custom it to how soon you want to follow up with them. And it reminds you, hey, follow up with this person. It's like my own little personal assistant. I love her.
I love it. It really is. Um, sorry, I'm trying to do a better job of not having it in gallery view, even though I like to have it in gallery view because then I can see all of you and I don't like to look at myself talking. But for those of you who don't know what Teamzy is, if you will just reach out to your sponsor or your upline or me and we can tag you in a video that is an excellent, excellent video that really explains what Teamzy is. But basically, just the gist of it is that it's a website, teamzy.com, and you basically import your contacts, and it's pretty simple, even though it can be intimidating. Like Mo said, you actually, they have a process for you to import all of your Facebook contacts, all of your customers, all of your frontline reps, or whatever reps you want to do, and then you can manually put in anybody who's not on Facebook who is a contact that you want to keep in touch with. And it makes it so easy, and it keeps track of all of your contacts. Like, so you can make notes in there about what you talked about, and what your last conversation was. You can go back and reference that. And I just agree with Mo, that is such an easy way to just stay on task and make sure you're doing the money making activities, because it's really easy to sit there all day and get ready to get ready to get ready and not actually ever accomplish anything. But with Teamzy, you're doing a power hour. You've got your tasks, you've got your reach outs, you know who you're going to be talking to. It gives you it gives you the names of people to reach out to. I mean, you don't have to do those people on that specific day, but if you're like, shoot, I don't know who to talk to, you just click on prospects, and it brings up people who are your prospects, and it gives you a script that you can send to them. That's just like, hey, you came up in my news feed, thought I'd reach out and say hi, how are you? And it's a way just to kind of start that conversation. And so you just never know what is going to come from that. So if you haven't checked it out yet, it's so worth the time to set it up. It's free for your first 30 days, and then after that it's $1 a day. But to me, it totally pays for itself in just keeping you on task and doing the money making activity. So it's going to create income for you. And sometimes I feel like when you pay for something, even if it's $1 a day, even if it's $30 a month, I'm going to be more likely to use that tool if I'm paying for it. If it's free, I might use it for a week or a month, and then, move on to something else. So anyway, that's my own personal experience with Teamzy. So I definitely recommend it. And if you, like I said, don't know what we're talking about, let somebody know, and we'll give you the tool that you can learn more about it. Okay. So next, what else did I want to, what's next on my list? Jen Radford. Jen Radford is going to share her product story with us. She shared her.
Yes. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
All right. Yes, my product story. And some of you may have already heard it, but it's always good for me to practice. So I told Carmen, yeah, I'll share and I'll practice. So I would tell you, let's see, I like to go back 4 years and tell you what my normal was like for my family. So I like to share that as I go through. So 4 years ago, my family's normal. I will start. My husband, Jason, he struggled with chronic sinus issues and allergies and drainage and all that, and congestion. And he even went to the doctor and was like, okay, what's the deal? There has to be something else. And the doctor was like, welcome to Kentucky. Everybody has sinus and allergy issues. Here's your prescription. So we knew nothing different. That was going to be his normal, because he'd always suffered from sinus infections and allergies. And my son was actually following in his footsteps, unfortunately. He was having the congestion and the itchy eyes and all that. And for us, that was going to be his normal. For me personally, my normal 4 years ago is I loved, I don't even know if I'd say I loved, I was just addicted to exercise. I just exercise, felt like I needed to exercise. If I'd gone a day or two without exercising, it almost like a depression would kind of hit. Like, I've got to get out, and run and weightlift or do whatever. So for me, I would exercise a ton. I would be so sore, exhausted for the rest of the day. And it would not be shocking if you saw my van pull through Dairy Queen for a mocha moo latte after I exercised. I mean, I was owed that. I exercised. I now can go get my ice cream. So that was me. And I had no idea there was a difference between being nutritionally fit and physically fit. So that tells you where I was at in my knowledge of food and exercise. And my girls, they didn't have any major health issues, but we all got the colds that lasted 5 days, a couple of them a year, just what everyone else got. So you didn't really think differently. And a typical meal, because I prepared my family's food, and I was kind of my responsibility. So my typical meal 4 years ago, a balanced meal, was usually popcorn shrimp and a can of green beans, a can of, and then I'd always do a box of mac and cheese and croissants. And I'd always top it off with those croissants that we'd roll up. And I honestly felt like that was balanced for my family. I had no idea. And so then my cousin introduced me the idea of this whole food nutrition. And when she introduced it to me, I didn't get it. The only thing I did understand was fruits and vegetables were good for me, and I wasn't feeding each of my family members 10 servings a day. So for an intellectual reason, I decided to, okay, let's try this whole food nutrition and flood our bodies with fruits and vegetables every day. I had no expectations. We didn't have any major health issues, so I wasn't looking for anything, major. And it was amazing, the transformation of our lives. And I always tell people my children divide their lives now by before mom learned about whole food nutrition and after mom learned about it. I mean, they see the transformation. And they were pretty young. I mean, we grown back 4 years. So anyways, now our new normal, my husband, he has no longer on allergy meds. I used to give him allergy shots once a week. He doesn't even have any allergy meds, not even like a daily, nasal spray. He has not had a sinus infection in 4 years. He, let's see, what else? Oh, he lost 20 pounds. His cholesterol and blood pressure, everything's all kind of in normal range. So it's been amazing. And for myself, I started to recognize the difference between being nutritionally fit and physically fit. So I now know that it's almost more important, my nutrition versus all the exercise. Exercise is still great. I still love to do it, but I don't feel the pressure as much. And then now a balanced meal for my family is, we have things like arugula, and then I make like chickpea cookies and black bean brownies, and we eat, fish, and just, it's totally expanded our whole lives. And so that's been our transformation. So it's been amazing what the power of plants has been in our lives. And I feel like it's going to just keep on going. My children are now going to pass this on, just because one person cared enough to share with me the power of plants.
That is awesome, Jen. Thank you so much for sharing. And it's fun because, I've been able to watch that. You guys, you need to, it's so fun to be able to watch your team really grow and change. And I love, Jen, how your kids like eat everything now. They're like not picky eaters at all. And one of them even was a vegetarian for a minute. I don't know if she still is, but she still is. See? Talk about, the power of fruits and vegetables. That's awesome. Good. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'm excited about our month of April event. So just another, so the way that they're going to work, and we have an image on our pinned post in our Team Win Facebook group. Just a reminder, we're moving to Team Win, so you don't have to announce promotions or new team members or anything like that in Sim anymore. We're moving to Win so that we can just kind of simplify how we're using Facebook. Instead of having two pages was confusing for everybody. Nobody knew like which one to use what for. So and if you guys want to start doing, POWs and celebrating, new customers, definitely let's do that. I do want to share like just one quick story from one of my customers in the month of March. It was a March Madness party that we were invited to, and I didn't want to go because I'm not a big fan of sports, period. My husband is, and he wanted to go, but also it was a Friday night. I was tired. My kids were being jerks. So I was just like irritated with their attitudes they were giving me, which is it's ultimately why I decided to go, because I decided I didn't want to stay home with them. So I left them at home and I decided to go to the party. I did not feel like going. But while I was there, I reconnected with a woman who I have been sharing with and loving on, because we say loving on instead of dripping on now, because that's isn't that a much more positive way to say it, right? Instead of like water torture, we're just loving on people. So I've been loving on her for a long time, and I'm talking like a year probably, of every time I see her, we talk about Juice Plus, I send her information, she never joins the events, I follow up, she doesn't email me back, you know how that little dance goes, right? Well, I saw her at this party, and we talked about it again, and I said, oh, well, I'm doing a Zoom One Simple Change on Monday. She's like, I don't think I'll ever be able to join that live. I said, well, we're recording it. Do you want me to send you the replay? She said, that would be perfect. So we did our One Simple Change. And that was like a couple Mondays ago. And I sent her the replay right after we were done, and she watched it the very next day, and she messaged me and said, I'm in, I want it, sign me up. And so just that story to me is just like, it talks about patience, right? It talks about putting yourself out there, you guys. Even if you don't feel like doing something, even if you're tired, you never know what that next opportunity is going to be, or who you might have an opportunity to connect with that might, really you might be able to change their health by, getting them started on Juice Plus. So anyway, so she ordered a trio children's health study and then 2 boxes of shakes. And she's super excited, and I'm super excited to have her as a customer. So anyways, it was just fun for me to have that experience and to be able to share that with you guys, because, as you know, I would happily be a hermit in my home and not talk to anybody but you guys on the computer all day long. But I have to force myself to get out of the house and talk to other people so that I can continue to build my Juice Plus business. And it's important for all of us to do that. So that is just a lesson from last One Simple Change. And by the way, that last One Simple Change that I did that she loved so much, I read the script from beginning to end, and did not deviate from it at all. So it was completely so duplicatable that event works. And we're going to be doing it again next week. And I'm pretty sure Evelyn, who is on here, is going to share her story. And then real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Evelyn, because she has been working so hard. She's a physical therapist, and she she's been working on her boss. Do you want to share, Evelyn, how you've kind of went into that job with Juice Plus being a condition for you of employment, and then how Julie came and did the One Simple Change, probably the same One Simple Change, and now everybody in the office is like on fire about Juice Plus. I'll unmute you. Or I'm trying to unmute you. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't think you can see me because I'm in the dark kind of, but
okay.
Yeah, I just recently moved to Florida in August, and I think if I do this, maybe you might be able to see me a tiny bit better. I just moved to Florida, big change in my life. I just recently got divorced, and I came down here, really, just trying to like do something different with my life. And I had already started taking Juice Plus myself for probably 6 months or so before moving here. And I am a physical therapist. My previous job was working with children. I didn't have a lot of contact with the parents. And it was really difficult for me to be doing my job and not sharing this incredible gift with the families that I knew could really benefit from it. And so I shared a lot there with my coworkers and some friends, and wanted to my next job to be a job that I could share Juice Plus with. And so during my interviews, I was very like, purposeful about discussing nutrition as my passion, and talking about Juice Plus as something that I wanted to share with my patients. And the person that I'm working with now, Dan, who's the owner of the practice that I work at, he had tried Juice Plus in the past, and so he was familiar with it. And he is an entrepreneur, and he was interested in the business possibility of it. And so he agreed to hire me, and that we would share Juice Plus with the patients. So I started working there in October, and it's been a very slow process, painstakingly so. At one point, they asked me to stop sharing Juice Plus because we didn't have a system around it, and people were asking. So now, finally last week, Julie came and did a training for the staff, and I was so excited. She did a great job. She did the typical one simple change. I don't know if she read directly from the script. I doubt it, but she, basically said the same stuff in her own words. And everyone was really excited about it. I got one order out of it, and one rep is going to come out of it immediately because she was so excited. She really wants to order and be a rep. And it's the beginning of really getting everybody trained there. There's, 20, 30 employees, and hopefully everybody will become a rep eventually. But right now, just getting started with everybody trying it. And I brought, some gummies, and everybody tried them and passed them around. And so it was a really great event. So I'm excited to make that grow.
Awesome. And it's so cool when healthcare providers get it, when they see not only the power of what we have with our products, but also the power of what we have with our business. And, we do. And the Wellness Plus program will be awesome. And his wife is hopefully going to be the wellness coordinator. So I'm just so proud of you, Evelyn. That's so exciting. So, all right. Well, does anybody else have anything that they want to share? Tristan, I just want to let you know that before you got on, I did give you a big old shout out about your autoimmune event. So you missed it, but I did. So you might have to go back and hear that.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
So, all right. Well, the last thing I just want to end with is that, this is the close of business going into Phoenix conference, to our spring conference. But this is the time to set your goals for Tampa, which is coming up in October. It's awesome to achieve goals and, to have that goal set, but, it's so also important to reset that goal, whether or not you hit it. If you hit it, awesome. You still got to move on. You got to reset that next goal. You got to know where you're going after this, okay, you hit that goal. Yeah, but that was 2 days ago. What are you doing today? Right. I mean, that's not that we can't celebrate. We do want to celebrate when we hit goals, but we also want to know where we're going next. Right. And if you didn't hit your goal, it's so important that you just, understand what, learn from, maybe what activities worked for you over the last 6 months and which didn't, and how can you continue to grow. And this is the time where, it's really awesome to, do a coaching with your upline leader and, set some steps of, how can we make this next step happen? How can we make, sales coordinator, senior sales coordinator, QNMD, whatever it is, wherever your next goal is, how can we make that happen? And that's what your leaders are here for, me and whoever your upline, if you're on April's team or Michelle's team, all of us are here and ready and excited to help you set that next step. So, be thinking about that and, really ink it in, and then, know where you want to be in October, and then work backwards. Where do you have to be in September? Where do you have to be in August? Where do you have to be in July, etc. So that you can be taking the steps, because you can't wait till, August and be like, oh shoot, I was supposed to get to that next level and I only have 2 months. Like, that's not how it works. It's doing a little bit, that consistency, right? It's like Teamzy, it's doing it every single day. So next week is one simple change. The week after that, we're going to do a Shred 10 Facebook party. And then the 23rd, which is the fourth Monday, is going to be a Join Our Mission. And then the last Monday of the month is the 5th Monday. We won't have an event, but it'll be the Monday after conference. So our team call will probably be longer than typical so that we can share takeaways from Phoenix, which I know there will be many. So, okay, you guys, thanks so much for joining. I'm sorry I went over about a couple minutes, but I think we had some really great stuff to share. So, Evelyn, stay on. We're going to talk. And then the rest of you guys, have a good night.